Welcome back to part 32 of this Creator Club save where Ceara from Brazil are desperately trying to win the Champions League. And now I had planned for this to be a transfer special. For it to be a transfer special, you need transfers going out, don't you? You know, to bring some money in. So at the end of the last episode, I said I was going to go away, do some head scratching and plot which players I were going to sell, because if you remember the finances, we'll talk about the finances in a second, very confusing, but the finances not great, so I would have to sell some players, but also we did have a £70 million transfer budget to bring players in. Okay, so I sat down with a cup of coffee, I made some notes, thought, right, who do I want to sell? Savio, I'd spoken about him, always tired at half time, not hitting the target, not really progressed as I want him to, so we'll sell him. Gonzalez on the other side, well, likewise kind of, he's 30 years old, but always getting injured. He comes back, he gets injured again, I'll sell him. Both of them had great value, and one or two other players as well. Okay, think again, because Football Managers just won't let me sell them. I did a little bit of a test on my other channel that I've got running, where I'm playing at Manchester City in the Championship. More about that in a second. But I did a little bit of a test, and I had a player who the game was stopping me from selling. So I reduced his transfer to 0. Didn't want a penny for him. Still kept getting it's lazy coding. I'm sure of it. It's lazy coding. Still kept getting the messages that, clubs didn't think it was a viable proposition to sign him at this time. I didn't want anything for him. Giving him away. Still won't let me sell him. So you'll not be surprised. I've not been able to sell anybody. Not one single player. I've reduced the prices. I've done all kinds of things to try and sell players. No. Curveballs and levels of difficulty. It's Football Manager. It's absolutely bonkers. And to be quite honest, not fair and not right. Because in a proper football management sim, you would be able to sell players. No. Okay. I have signed players. And while I'm on my soapbox, I thought, as I've spoken about, I need a striker. Went to Brighton, João Pedro, 85 million. I thought, you know what? Let's have him. Put a bit on instalments. I got him. He played half a game, got injured, out for 5 weeks. I've got the same problem over on my other channel. Like I say, I'm playing Manchester City. They're in the Championship. It's all EDS players, loan players, blah, 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 blah. We're in the January transfer window. I signed Gravenberch from Liverpool. Yes, Manchester City fans, I know he doesn't sit very well. But, you know, great midfield player, Gravenberch on loan from Liverpool. And within half a game, he gets injured, 5 weeks out. I mean, if Sports Interactive want people to buy this game and be interested in it, they need to stop doing stuff like that. Because quite frankly, as soon as João Pedro got injured, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to give it up. It's a waste of time. You know, you sign a top player who's going to get you 30 goals a season, and within 45 minutes, he's injured for 5 weeks. It's not 1, 2, 3 days. It's 5 weeks. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Wing backs, I've spoken about wing backs. I've changed Canteros to a left wing back. He can play there. He's a very, very good player. He's a wonder kid. Moved him over that side. So I've got Canteros, I've got Barco, and I've got Candido. All out injured. I have no left wing backs. So I'm going to have to play a really odd formation against Chelsea in the Charity Shield. On the positive side, I did win Manager of the Season. So Premier League, we won it again. So you would think so. All right, off my soapbox now. Let's have a look what's been going on. Not too much to tell you about, really. I've signed 2 players, but that's been about it because I just couldn't bring the money in. So like I said, just the 2 players signed. João Pedro's come in from Brighton, 85 million, 26-year-old Brazilian. He looks the part all day long. He was doing very, very well for Brighton. And of course, he comes to us and gets injured straight away. So I've signed a great striker. I still haven't got a great striker. So with the problems on the wings, Savio always tired. Gonzalez, well, I'm trying to sell him, but he's always injured. So with the problems on the wings, I've decided this season, for at least the start of the season, I'm going to play with no wingers. So I brought an extra body in, Rodrigo, 20-year-old Brazilian wonder kid. He can play right through the middle. And, well, like I say, it's an extra body in there because we're going to start with no wingers. Whether we carry on like that, I don't know. The finances, I did say we'd speak about this. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. We've got 16 million left in the... I've spent about 100 million. But we're only 53 million in the red in the bank now. And I'm not quite sure what's going on. If we have a look at income, I have made a note in my little notebook that in June we had 150 million come in from sponsors. But I can't see where that is coming from. I just can't see it. That's income there this month, last month. I can't see it at all. If we go to sponsors... Yeah, we have got some sponsors, but they spread over anything from 5 to 8 years. And even those wouldn't bring us in 150 million. I literally have no idea. Maybe what will happen is the game will regulate itself and in 2 weeks' time, we'll go 150 million in the red in the bank. At this moment in time, I have no idea what's going on with the finances. Because the question is do I go out and spend that 16 million now? Because, as I've said, I have 3 wing backs and they're all injured. So I'm going to have to play against Chelsea without a wing back. I haven't got one. There isn't one at the club. I have got 3, but they're all injured. It's bloody ridiculous. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. And I'm getting up to here with this game. It's driving me absolutely mad. Okay, do we spend that 16 million on another left wing back? Then we'll have 4. More than likely, he'll play 45 minutes and get injured. This game, there's levels of difficulty in this curveballs and then there's just ridiculousness. And this game is ridiculous at times. On to the schedule. 4 pre-season friendlies. We're now going to play Chelsea at Wembley in the Community Shield. And then we have an away game at Crystal Palace. And of course, we do need to hit the ground running because, okay, I'm not really bothered about the Premier League, but momentum is a really important thing. And if we're going to do well in the Champions League, we need that momentum. We really need to win both of these games to get us up and running. We've got a new formation. We've got a new tactic. I'm trying something different this season with the players that we've got. Because like I say, I'm trying to sell players to bring money in, and the game will not let me sell players. I could actually give them away for nothing and they still wouldn't sell. It's bonkers. And while I'm at it, Alex in the comments did ask about the attendances, and I did have a look, and we are maxing out home attendances every game. So I did ask the board, a bit tongue-in-cheek, I know, for an expanded stadium, and they came straight back and said no, which is fair dues. I mean, with the money that we're kind of, well, the bank balance is in the red, so I kind of expected it. But Alex, I have asked for an expanded stadium and they turned me down flat. No, sorry. Okay, well, it's Chelsea. It's the Community Shield and it is at Wembley. We'll see you in the dugout. Okay, so we've been playing this since the start of the season. It's a fluid counter-attacking style. We've got 3 centre-backs in there. Romero is going to play his favoured position as a wide centre-back. Foyth and Pera are both in there. In fact, I'm just wondering whether we should bring Renan in. No, I think I might leave it as it is. I can't play a left wing back because I haven't got one. None of the players that I've got can play at left wing back. So we're having to play. Vanderson is going to play as a proper wing back, bombing up that side. It would have been lovely to have one on the left hand side, bombing up the left hand side. Unfortunately, I can't do that. We have Signorelli up front, so we're playing with 2 strikers. This lad was out on loan all last season. 19-year-old Argentinian, left-footed. and he should be a very, very good player. But he is quite young. He's paired with Magno. They're both going to play as an advance forward. I don't know. I'm not sure. Zalazar is going to sit behind them as a shadow striker. We've got Almada and Fernandez as the Mazzala and deep line playmaker. And Silva, who I'm prompted, he's a wonder kid. I am prompted that he is going to develop into one of the best ball-winning midfield players in the Premier League. But I have to play him to do that. So I am playing him, you know. I've got Andre, I've got Villagra, who can both play that position, but I am being prompted. Is it one of those prompts that Football Manager does to suck you into a trap? I don't know. I know I'm being very negative in this episode, but the game just drives me mad. If it allowed me to sell some players, I know I'm doing it again, and I could have brought some money in, and then I'd have brought João Pedro in, and he would have played today and stayed injury-free. Fine, not a problem. But my word, this levels of difficulty in curveballs has just gone to a completely different level. Okay, let's go out, see if we can pick up a bit of shiny silverware. Community Shield, it's Chelsea. Okay, the game's either going to look at this formation and tactic and say, this is completely bonkers, I haven't got a clue what he's doing, we have no answer to it. Or it's just going to say, this formation and tactic is completely bonkers and you're just going to get battered. So Chelsea do get the first highlight anyway, 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. But Chelsea do seem to be on the front foot at the moment. So another Chelsea highlight, Reece James playing the ball through the middle. I mean, we should be very, very strong through the middle. Very, very strong. Ball's won there. Fernandez. Lovely ball over to Signorelli. Signorelli. Oh, and what's happening there? Oh, the referee is going over to the little box to review that one. Signorelli looks like he was brought down in the penalty area. He looked very borderline to me. I would not be surprised if VAR says no penalty. No penalty. I thought so. And we don't even get a highlight off it. So that maybe tells you which way this game's going to go. No penalty and no highlight from the free kick. So we're back with the third highlight of the game now. All for Chelsea. And taken very, very easily there. Slipped into the back of the net. And we are losing 1-0 against Chelsea in the Community Shield. Back with the fourth highlight. Once again for Chelsea. The only highlight we've had was that penalty that wasn't given, and we didn't even get a highlight after it. Signorelli now plays the ball to Almada. Almada loses the ball to Nusa in midfield. Very, very, very easily. Almada is a terrific player. Absolutely brilliant. I don't think in real life he would just stand there and give the ball away like that. Ball there, pumped into the penalty area, and Bento has nothing to do there, fired wide. Another highlight for Chelsea. So the game is looking at us at the moment as a gang of buffoons who've never seen a football before. This is our fifth season now in the Premier League. We should have plenty of rep by now. Chelsea should be no match for us. Zalazar into the penalty area. And Magno scores a goal, although the referee is having a look at this one. I mean, I can't see how that can be disallowed. Cannot see how that can be disallowed. Is it going to be a smash and grab? It's given. It's a bit of a smash and grab. We've not even got off the bus yet. Not a bad goal, to be fair. Zalazar crosses to Magno, and it's 1-1. Okay, we have come very strongly back into the game now. 4 shots, 3 on target. I think we are going to say pleased. I'm just looking at Silva, who looks very, very tired indeed. So I think we will bring Andre on. There are internationals going on at the moment. There's been a big South American international. I mean, it's still going on, to be honest. But a lot of my players have been playing in that. So tiredness, possibly a thing. I don't know. I think we'll bring Sule on as well for Zalazar. And we'll go with that for now. Okay, we do get a highlight. We get a highlight here. Andre now picks the ball up. Ceara. I have gone very attacking, by the way, in this game now. I'd like to get this shiny silverware. It could, oh, that's a shame. It could and backfire on me. But we have 3 centre backs. Andre is a very, very good defensive midfield player. So we should be able to weather the storm. And like I say, this is our 5th season in the Premier League now. We've won it twice. Our reputation should be sky high, and that was awful from Foyth. That attack could have put us 2-1 up. Okay, 2 more changes, both in midfield. Valagra and Vera have come on. Vera not really seen an awful lot of football at the moment. In fact, I might change his role to a supporting deep line playmaker. Let's see how that goes. I was wondering about switching my strikers over as well. Sometimes that can be effective. Okay, let's see if we can get this goal that would win us the Community Shield. We've had 4 shots on target now. Chelsea have drifted a little bit. 9 shots, 4 on target, XG of 1.4. But we do come back to a Chelsea highlight. Bit of buffoonery in their penalty area. No, and they're sliding the ball about now. Chilwell. Although Vera does pick that ball up quite nicely. Valagra's going to have a pop. That's going to go over the... no, we didn't even have a pop. Okay, Romero now slides the ball into Andre. Andre back to Foyth. Building from the back now. Vera back to Foyth again. Space on that right hand side. Vanderson there is looking like he's got some space to run into. But it's all down this left hand side where we don't have a left wing back at all. Vera plays the ball to Sule. Maybe now. Slip it inside. Vanderson then was making a move. Vera slides the ball to Signorelli. Oh, and it's into the keeper's arms. Come on! Oh my God, this is frustrating. Yeah, come on. Savio on for Magno. We don't want penalties. We really don't want penalties. I know Football Manager loves a penalty shootout. I absolutely hate them. 11 shots, 6 on target. Romero seems tired. Okay, bring on Rodrigo. Romero. Angabout. He's a central defender. We'll bring Renan on for Romero. And it goes to penalties again, and I just normally do. I mean, penalty shootouts, I literally have no idea with them. Well, I'll put you out of your misery. I'm not showing all of the penalties. After 32 penalties, yes, you heard it right, 32 penalties, we actually win the Community Shield. I mean, come on. It's not even that important of a game. 32 penalties. And Xerxes hit the crossbar with the last one. And I think it was Vanderson put his away. So we do lift the Community Shield. But my word, does Football Manager know how to draw things out? That was ridiculous. 32 penalties. Well, I had to cut all of those penalties out because, believe me, that was boring. I find penalties in Football Manager really boring. 32 penalties is just ridiculous. You know, Champions League final. Well, even then, it would be bonkers. It would be absolutely ridiculous, even in the Champions League. It's only the Community Shield. Okay, we've got a shiny bit of silverware to start the season off. Hopefully, that will see us, stand us in good stead. We've got Crystal Palace away now. My God, this episode could end up being War and Peace. We'll see you in the dugout. So just before we kick off here at Palace, another new signing in. 20-year-old Brazilian. Again, another striker or attacking midfielder. Can play on the left if I decide to go down that route. Gustavo Mior. And, well, he looks okay, doesn't he? You know, only 20 years old, got plenty of learning to do. He is wanted on loan, but I think we will keep hold of him. Because, well, we need the bodies, don't we? We definitely need the bodies. With the way Football Manager injures players, we definitely need a big squad. Okay, we do have Candido back for this game. He is on the bench, but he is on a fitness, so he's not going to start. So it's the same formation, really. One or two little changes in there, I think, in defence. Got Bento in goal, back three of Romero, Renan and Ceara. Silva is going to keep all of that ball-winning midfielder role. Vanderson on the right-hand side, bombing up and down there. Salazar and Fernandez in the middle. Almada as the attacking midfielder. Not going to play a shadow striker this game, and Signorelli and Magno up front. So we do get first highlight. Salazar floats the ball into the box. Vanderson and the keeper picks that one out of the air. 10 minutes on the clock, and well, are we going to get a Crystal Palace? Yeah, we are. We're going to stay with it. So it's a Crystal Palace highlight now. Ball hoofed out by their keeper. We should win that nice and easily. We should have plenty of bodies in the middle of the park, but unfortunately, we don't pick that up. Yes, we do. Commentator's curse. Fernandez picks the ball up. Romero, Salazar down that left-hand side. He's going to have a run at the players on that side. Magno slips the ball. No, I thought he was going to turn and slip the ball through for a striker, but no. Vanderson with his usual space to run into. Almada, Magno, and was that saved or did that hit the post? And it looks like it was saved. We do get a corner. Salazar now is going to take the corner from this side. Right-footed, outswinger. Get your head on it, somebody. My word, do I need to have a look at these corners. I need to do some training or something different because we're very, very, well, we're hopeless at corners. Salazar again now. And ball to the near post, and Teze there just heads that with ease. No challenge whatsoever. Almada there, who's not started the season very well. If you remember in that Chelsea game, he just stood there in midfield and gave the ball away, and he's just done the same. But Vanderson saves his blushes, and Vanderson on his right-hand side, as per usual. This is one of the reasons I'm trying this system, because Vanderson, he's kind of better than any wingers that we've got. He just comes up that side. Hopefully we've got the cover at the back with the three central defenders, but that was absolutely beautiful. Okay, Salazar with another corner now. Surely we're going to make the most of one of these corners. Salazar once more. He's in the box. Plays it out to Vanderson. Vanderson now to Fernandez. Vanderson again. And that was a brilliant shot, and hits the goal. It hits the post with that one, and unfortunately we don't follow up with another highlight. Almada now with a free kick. Almada can put these in, but I think he's a little bit out of form, and he hits the crossbar with that. That was unlucky. We need to get Almada firing on all cylinders, because on his day he's a terrific player. Wharton now with a corner for Crystal Palace. Bento comes out, catches that one very comfortably, and throws the ball out to Vanderson behind him. I don't know what that was all about. Good job, Vanderson was switched on there. Vanderson down this right-hand side, and the match engine there, very poorly representing something. Salazar in the back of the net, and to be honest, yeah, great, we scored a goal, but that is a perfect example of stuff that needs fixing in FM25. If it ever comes out, I mean, look at this here, Vanderson. We know how good he is. He wouldn't give that ball away, but neither would the defender there. And Salazar puts the ball in the back of the net. Yes, great, we're 2-0 up. If that had happened to me, I'd have been absolutely hopping mad. 39 minutes, Crystal Palace now going to try and get an attack of their own on the go, and that looks like a penalty. That was inside the area, so that's going to be given as a penalty. So that 2-0 lead's looking very, very shaky at the moment. Penalty review. We've just had that penalty shootout against Chelsea, and Bento, of the 16 penalties that were fired at him, he didn't save one. So, I mean, maybe we've done our work with him. And he has. He saved the penalty there. Bento saves our blushes, saves the penalty. That's the 17th. Yes, the 17th penalty that he's had taken against him this season. And this is the first game of the Premier League season. 17 penalties. I know, you couldn't write it. Well, we're going to give the lads a delighted, and we probably need to give Bento a pat on the back for saving that penalty then. Right, what can we do here now? I think we're looking all right. The South American tournament is still going on. We've still got players there. Mastantuono, no, we've not sold him. We've not got rid of him. He's off in the... Well, it's the first game of the Premier League season. Why are South American players playing away in a tournament? That is bonkers. Okay, I think we're going to go with what we've got there. And let's get into this second half. Okay, 64 minutes on the clock, and we're going to bring Candido on. This is the kind of the formation I want to be trying. Well, want to use. So he's coming on with fitness. He should be able to do half an hour. So he's come on. Foyth has come on to replace Romero. Yeah, Romero. Andre has come on to replace. Who's he replacing? Silva and Sule. I think he's come on to replace Almada. So just the 4 changes. So we have dropped to a balanced mentality now, and the ball is in midfield with Crystal Palace. Very nearly won there. A header from Renan to Pira. Pira, Sule, Magno and Signorelli. I'd love this kid to get up and running and start scoring a few goals. I think he's going to be a very, very good player for us. Whether we'll see the best of him, I don't know, because it might be 2 or 3 seasons before he starts scoring regularly. But anyway, Crystal Palace still have the ball coming down that side. Can we get a tackle in? No, we can't. Come on, lads. Just hold it nice and tight. We don't want them to score a goal. Elise now on this right-hand side. Slides the ball. Andre there with a nice clearance. Alteze does pick it back up. Elise once again tries the second time. And that's a shot. I think that was palmed from Bento onto the crossbar. And that does go out for a Crystal Palace corner. Wharton now throws the ball into the box. And header out. Sule decides to head that ball out. We're not chasing that though. Come on, lads. You need to work a little bit harder. Have we won the ball? Who knows? It's all Crystal Palace now. About 20 minutes of this game left. No, actually. Yeah, about 20 minutes of the game left. Elise. Oh, my word. What a goal that was. And Bento is beaten there from the free kick. Very little you can do about that. And to be honest, I wouldn't even blame my keeper for that one. That went in like a rocket. I wish we could score direct free kicks like that. My word. What a shot that was from Elise. Okay, about 10 minutes of the game left. Last substitution made. Jan Couto has come on that right-hand side. We have gone to a cautious mentality now. Both wing-backs are going to be on defensive duties, and everybody's kind of dropped back a level, if you will. Sule's dropped back. Signorelli's dropped back. Try and keep us a little bit compact now. We don't want to concede this second goal. But it's Crystal Palace with the ball once more. Given away though. Andre picks that up. Sule. Can Sule finish this one? No, he can't. That was very, 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 very poor. Very, very poor indeed. Well, 4 minutes of time added on. Are we going to get any highlights? No, we're not. And we get 3 points in the first Premier League game of the season. And to be quite honest, I thought that we were better than a 2-1 in that. I thought that could have been a 3 or 4-1. We played very, very well. Crystal Palace an XG of 1.83, and they did come back into the game. But 63% possession, I thought we were much the better side there. That scoreline flatters Crystal Palace all day long. And we are going to give the lads a pleased. Okay, well, I'm off to edit this episode now, and I've no idea how long it could. It's going to be like an hour and a half long, I think. I'm going to cut the penalties out in the penalty shootout because that was just off the scale ridiculous. But anyway, okay, a shiny piece of silverware, Community Shield in the bag. So that's another one that'll be going on the wall at the back. It's filling up very nicely, isn't it? We just need the Champions League on there now. That's the goal. But a nice win to get us going. First game of the Premier League season it was Crystal Palace and a nice win. And I think that that result flattered Crystal Palace. I think we will get better. And once we get our two wing backs bombing up and down, providing I can keep them fit, we want Kantaros now back from his international duties. Well, and his injury, to be fair. He's on international duty and injured at the same time. A double whammy. Okay, going to go off camera, play some games. Without a doubt, we'll see you very, very soon.